Welcome back, this is Rick with Marino Custom Works. Today, I'm tackling a renovation project on the exterior of a traditional Azorean stone house. Most of these historic homes, built from volcanic stone or basalt, feature walls nearly a meter thick. Originally, they were constructed with exposed stone and pointed with lime mortar. But over time, many of these homes have changed their appearance using different building materials and techniques. I've restored a number of these traditional homes, and I've learned that no two are exactly alike. They all have their own quirks and character. Some, including this one, were fully coated with paint to help prevent leaks. Now it's time for maintenance to refresh the surface of this home and properly reseal the walls, ensuring they stay protected from moisture and water damage. As you can see, the exterior has chipping paint, cracked mortar joints, and even plants sprouting from the gaps. After getting hit by Winter Storm Conrad a few weeks ago, this wall absorbed a significant amount of water, so much that some of the interior walls were actually dripping with moisture. Our goal is to restore the surface by filling large cracks and holes with mortar, then sealing the entire wall with a thick white fiber paint. This coating can optionally be finished with another layer of traditional paint in white or any other chosen color. Step 1. Pressure washing. First up, we'll pressure wash the entire wall. Keep in mind, this step often makes things look worse before they get better. That's why it's crucial to choose at least 2 to 3 consecutive dry days for the startup of this project. I'll be working in sections from top to bottom, using different angles to clean this 3D surface thoroughly. Any stubborn plant growth will be removed manually with pliers. Once the surface is completely clean, we'll let it dry for a full day before moving on. Step 2. Patching and sealing cracks. One of the biggest problem areas is above and around the sliding glass doors on the porch, where water has been dripping inside. I will be focusing on sealing this section first with mortar. Large cracks and gaps, including spots where plants were growing, will also be patched. Before applying the mortar, it's important to dampen the area for better adhesion. Then, using a sponge, I'll scoop and press the mortar into the holes and cracks, ensuring a strong bond. Since the mortar needs time to cure before painting, we'll have to wait about 1 to 2 weeks before applying the complete layer of fiber paint. However, in the meantime, we can begin sealing smaller cracks and grout lines using the fiber paint. Just make sure to avoid the freshly patched mortar areas. Step 3. Applying the fiber paint. After the curing period, we're ready to paint. If you're right-handed, it's best to start on the right side of the house, working from top to bottom. That way, if you need to stop partway through, the top sections will already be sealed, preventing water from seeping in and getting trapped by the lower sections. While painting, it's common to discover additional small holes that were missed during the patching stage. No problem, these can be filled afterward with white, paintable silicone. For the best results, give these touch-ups a second coat of fiber paint once they're dry. Step 4. Optional final paint coat. Once the fiber paint has fully dried, you can apply a traditional exterior paint, or as they say here in the Azores, tinta. The great thing is, you don't need a primer. Just paint directly over the fiber coating. And that's it. This wall is now fully restored, sealed, and ready to handle the elements for years to come. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more DIY projects, whether you're in the Azores or anywhere else. Click the playlist above for additional home improvement tips and tricks. See you next time.